opinions expressed on the GFY Social Club podcast are solely that of the host and people with a sense of humor. It is intended for purposes of entertainment. Although we do not aim to offend, if you do find yourself offended at any portion of content during this show, the GFY Social Club would like to sincerely tell you to
go yourself.
Oh yeah, that's right, it's episode 4, GFY Social Club. It's Thursday. That's right, it's Thursday, June 18th. We are here, we're rolling with episode number 4, guys. We're here with episode number motherfucking 4. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. Yeah, man. It is Thirsty Thursday. We are here in the clubhouse here in Austin, Texas.
Holy dog shit. Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down.
That's right, guys. That's right. It is Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, June 18th.
Thursday. Get thirsty. You thirsty. I'm thirsty. It's Thursday, baby.
Welcome on in, guys. Welcome in. Join the club. We got a great show lined up for you today, guys. We really do. We really appreciate you coming on and joining the club with us here twice a week on Mondays and Thursday nights. Starting to get a nice little following going, guys. We want to keep that going. We want to keep that momentum rolling. And speaking of that, I would like to introduce my co-host for the evening, as per usual, my partner in crime. That's right, the man from the south of the north, the very funny Mr. Craig Fergola.
What's up, party people?
Yeah,
Thursday.
It is Thirsty Thursday, Craig. It is Thirsty Thursday. We are here in the studio. We're having a couple of drinks,
couple pops.
Yeah, a couple pops, and we're gonna,
hydraulic sandwiches.
Yes,
my uncle used to say.
That's what we like to do, man. That's what we like to do. We like to have some drinks and tell some ridiculous news stories, make fun of the shit, and we don't take anything too seriously around here, do we?
We do not.
No, that's against the rules in the club. Don't take anything too seriously. What's going on with you, man?
Especially yourself. Don't take yourself too serious.
That's right. I wish more people would, take that kind of advice and like live by it, but
just run with it.
They don't seem to do that nowadays.
No.
No. I don't know what the hell's wrong with these people.
No, I don't get it either. But
yeah.
That's what happens to get rid of bullies, I guess. That's, I blame millennials' parents.
That's right.
Because you guys wouldn't let anyone bully, and then you just got a bunch of snitches running around on social media.
That is correct.
And it's God. I'm angry. I'm angry about it.
You are angry.
I am.
You are. I got to tell you, man, I'm getting a little angry. We like to start out the show and we'll tell you a little story, a little anecdote or something like that. But and we try to keep it lighthearted. Like on Monday, you told the story about the two guys from Maine.
Yeah.
And that video was awesome.
Yeah.
We posted it up on GFY Social Club's Facebook page. Definitely go check it out.
I think it's approaching 5 million views at this point.
Jesus Christ, man. That is awesome. And you know what? We need stuff like that on the internet to show people that there is good going on out there. But in that same vein, man, I got to tell you, dude, I was sitting there at happy hour today, got out of work, and I bitched about it last week, but it was more funny. This week, I'm going to kind of go off a little bit because it really, really fucking agitated me. And, if you guys feel the same out there, by all means, feel free to get at us on the social media. Interact. Let's do a little bit of interaction here about this topic. If you guys are as sick of this shit as I am, because, dude, Craig, honestly, I was on social media, and I'm in a couple of the comedy groups and stuff like that because we do stand-up comedy. And this was in a comedy group out west, okay, in another state. And this shit is just starting to run rampant. I don't know what the fuck is going on with people. There's a female comic and there's a male comic. Now, I'm not advocating anything. I don't know the story or whatever. But when you start seeing this shit on a regular basis, and you and I have heard a lot about it, especially here in Austin, and we don't know the full story. And it's hard to get to know the full story because you never hear both sides fully, especially on social media where everybody has a voice.
Yeah.
And there's this comic who sits there and she goes off about a guy who sexually assaulted her. Or supposedly, or tried to. Now, I don't advocate that at all. I think that's horseshit. If you're a scumbag that does shit like that, dude, seriously, you need to get punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody will agree with me on that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we've known a few people that have actually stood up for people like that. But at the same time, dude, it's hard nowadays because you don't know who is right and who is wrong, and it ends up becoming one person's word against another's. Yeah. I mean, look at today. Look, Chris D'Elia, he's in trouble right now, right?
He sure is.
You read about that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that's fucking ridiculous, I mean, I'm not advocating saying he did it or he didn't do it, but still at the same time, the point is that now, especially with social media where everybody has a voice, and a lot of them hide behind that because they never actually got into a verbal confrontation with somebody or even had a good civil discourse with somebody. Like actually sit down and talk about this stuff. A lot of them have never been in that kind of situation before, so they can literally just spout off. And now it's gotten to the point where you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
I mean, how did we get there?
I don't. It's like that with everything, though. It's the court of public opinion is it rules everything now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's snitch, and this isn't anything about these like Chris D'Elia or any of that shit. I'm more. What was getting me mad was these people who. I read a post about a guy who was just furious that he was out and people weren't wearing their masks, and he's like, if I see you out without a mask, I'm gonna shame you.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, dude. And here's the thing: if I thought you actually gave a shit about people getting COVID, that would be something else, but you obviously don't because you're not really doing anything about it. You're probably not going to shame these people. You're just posting that online to get likes and just a virtue signal.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people are doing now is virtue signaling.
Yeah, because behind a keyboard you can say whatever you want, but again, it's people. If you gave a shit, you'd do something about it.
Yep.
And here's the thing, like, it's too heavy of a topic to get into because I know we do try to keep it light here, but like, just fucking stop being a bitch online all the time. Just stop. Just stop doing it. Right. Stop. It doesn't get you anything. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you've got a legitimate issue with someone for not wearing a mask or for whatever reason, hey, go talk to him in public. But, if that person gets mad and blasts you in the face, don't.
You get nothing out of shaming people.
Right.
You get nothing out of verbally attacking people.
People care more about being right than the actual issue that they're discussing. Exactly. They just want to be right. That's Absolutely. All it is. And that drives me fucking nuts.
It drives everybody nuts, man. I'm with you on that. And like I said, I saw that today and I wanted to scream, but at the same time, I'm like, what's that gonna accomplish? Yeah. If I even get myself involved in that, what is that going to accomplish? All it's gonna do is it's gonna cause two people to sit there and start arguing, and then it turns to name calling real quick, and then you get nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely ridiculous.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna get on our podcast. We're gonna talk shit about it.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it behind the back in our studio.
If they want to start a podcast and talk shit about us, go for it. I don't care.
Yes.
But yeah, just stop. Just stop.
Seriously, I'm with you on that. And I just felt like it was something that needed to be said because I'm not going to get into a political conversation. Because we have beers in our hands. And what is the golden rule? When you have beers in your hands, there's no politics, there's no religion, right? Exactly. And that's the way it should be. And for that, I say cheers to that, Greg. Yes. And you know what? Let's keep it that way, guys. Let's have civil discourse. You have a problem with somebody else. Talk about it like, human to human, and don't resort to name calling. Let's actually have a conversation. People can have a different views on stuff, but it doesn't mean you have to sit there and attack.
That's my favorite when two people on opposing sides are both one's a waiter and the other one's fucking works at a movie theater.
That's right.
They're calling each other stupid because they don't know the certain scientific sides. It's like neither do you guys, obviously.
Seriously. Seriously.
And I'm not taking anything away because I am a cook who works at a movie theater. So but you don't see me trying to go out there and, quote science to people when I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you 100%, man. Yeah, so I just needed to say that at the top of the show, guys. I'm sorry if this started the show out on a down note, but, it just had to be said.
The lighthearted stuff coming up.
Yeah, very lighthearted. You know what? Let's just jump right into it. Why don't we? since we are talking about like fighting, and bickering back and forth, and that eventually leads to things like what China and India are doing right now. They're about to go to war, but
yes, they are.
See, that's serious. We've got something that's not
that
so
didn't start on Twitter.
But this one could be something that started on Twitter. And when Craig, you've got the headline, you've got the story, and this is absolutely insane. So, Craig, what is our first ridiculous news story of the day?
So this might sound like the setup to a joke your drunk uncle was going to tell at a Christmas party, but Poland accidentally invades Czech Republic in minor misunderstanding.
What would you say? You do.
How is that possible, you ask? Like, apparently all those old jokes you heard about, submarines with screen doors and solar-powered flashlights, I guess it's true. I guess.
Do you want to go to war? Come on. Do you want to go to war? We'll take you to war, okay?
It's absolutely insane, man. It's absolutely insane. So what is the story? Like, how did this happen?
Something I haven't actually read the whole article because I was laughing so hard
at the headline.
I believe the Polish army blocked a Czech Republic citizen from getting into a church, but the church was in the Czech Republic, so it was like close to the border. So that's, I guess, considered an act of war when a foreign military goes into another person's country and blockades a citizen from.
Do you want to go to war? Come on. Do you want to go to war? We'll take you to war, okay?
Yeah. So, but I guess they're cool now. I don't know.
So they just hey, my bad.
Yeah, I guess so. Like our bad.
God, dude, you've got to be fucking kidding.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
All I could picture when I read that was there was an old episode of The Simpsons where they have a Model UN and Milhouse gets to be the kid from Poland.
Yes, I remember that.
He's wearing like the outfit.
Yes.
Like, well, there was the rocket that they tried to send to the sun at night.
I remember that.
Actually, I was gonna say I don't know any Polish. Is it Voidovich? Isn't she Polish?
Yes,
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
that name.
Yeah, that's a Polish last name.
We'll maybe have to. I'll hit her up and see if she knows anything about that.
Hey,
maybe it's a relative or something.
Did you know these people? Did you know the General Allison? We'll try to get her on. Maybe she'll. We'll come back to this story in a couple of weeks.
She can clear this up if she's still talking to us after these episodes come out. I don't know.
Holy shit!
Exactly. Well, that's fucking hilarious. I mean, leave it up to Poland. Dude. Everybody always makes fun of the Polish for being stupid, right?
And apparently they were 100% right to do that.
Yes. It's absolutely. Oh man, insane. Well, something a little bit more, I guess you could say, serious with all these protests going on, right? All these protests that are happening. This one was I don't know why. I mean, it's not really a laughing matter, but I mean, when you read the headline, and it kind of is.
It is, and also I read the article, and the woman is okay.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We can make fun of it.
Yeah, she got minor injuries or whatever, but this is great. Craig, a deer runs into a Black Lives Matter protest in New Jersey and seriously injuring a woman. Now, this is from Fox News in New Jersey. 3 people were injured, 1 seriously, while marching in a Black Lives Matter protest in New Jersey on Friday.
Yeah, I heard it was a white-tailed deer.
Whoa. That deserves a smattering. So I guess the deer bolted into the crowd of demonstrators, according to officials. Now, the South Brunswick Police Department said on a Twitter, because, why wouldn't the police department be on Twitter?
Of course, yeah.
They said that the incident happened during Friday's March for Justice, which began around 5 p.m. at South Brunswick High School. Now, as demonstrators marched along County Road 533, a deer ran from the high school property into the marchers, according to police. Do you think he was paid by the police?
Well, here's what I was thinking. What if it was like 2 jacked up piece of shit Guido jersey cops, but in one of those horse costumes, the 2-piece ones, one stands is that's what you just see the video and it's like a horse costume like that, and they just start beating the shit. I don't know what happened, a deer ran out of the woods.
Oh man,
the deer was wearing a MAGA hat when it came out and just carrying a baton.
And just happened. Yeah, and then, the first thing I thought of, I was like...
the deer's name's Giuseppe. It had a club on it. We got a lot of deers with clubs down here, you know?
White supremacist deer.
I wouldn't put it past Jersey.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely not.
That is correct.
So yeah, a woman, she was 69 years old, which I think is funny because I'm a fucking child. She was transported to an area hospital after receiving a serious head injury. What did the deer toddler from a baton? What was it?
Probably a headbutt in there, man.
On Friday night, she was listed in intensive care, but her condition improved as of Saturday, according to police. Now, where was it? 2 other people were also injured when the deer ran into the crowd, but they were treated at the scene. Officers working with the event provided medical aid until emergency medical services arrived. So...
Like he was a deer, man. If that had been a man, a moose ran out of the woods, just started fucking...
Well, yeah. Dude, moose, they can destroy cars.
Yeah.
And whew, man, if any of you have never seen an actual bull moose walking along the highway, there is a video on YouTube. Look it up. It's insane. These things are monstrous. I mean, those of our listeners up in Maine, they already know. They're like, oh, well, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, dude.
There's 3 out in my yard right now.
Some good eating, though. But yeah, no, it's insane. All deer lives matter. You know, they
Not
didn't kill
that
the deer.
Man. Take that one and shoot it in the head. Racist fucking.
That is correct.
Well, that was ridiculous. So that story was.
That was a good one.
A little different. What's our next one there, Craig? This one.
This one was pretty good.
This one's a little tale of vengeance, right?
We had some ex-eBay employees were charged with mailing spiders, cockroaches, and a pig mask to critics. So, 6 former eBay employees are charged with harassing a couple who had criticized the e-commerce company, sending them obscene messages and mailing them live insects and a Halloween mask featuring a bloody pig face.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like
spiders and cockroaches too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that'll freak anybody out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a pest control guy. I don't like dealing with either.
I live in a shitty apartment. I don't like dealing with either either.
So did they get in trouble?
They're being charged. They're being.
What are they getting charged with?
Hold on. Hang on.
Domestic terrorism.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No, I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't know.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Conspiracy to commit cyber stalking and conspiracy to tamper with witnesses. So they got a bunch of conspiracy charges.
Oh, good.
I'm not. I mean, I don't know, man. How about just don't fucking do that?
Yeah, don't.
I work in restaurants and I've heard of like shitty customers, and I can promise you, I've never spit in their food, done anything like that. I've never done it, and I've never actually worked with someone who's done that. That gets put in movies a lot, but
well, yeah, everybody knows about the movie Waiting.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been in 100 other ones too,
Yeah.
but I've never actually seen anything like that, and I think if I did, I would say something because that's
that's fucked up.
It can make someone really sick.
Yeah. Especially now with the COVID shit going on.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that I can even imagine. And then but fucking spiders, cockroaches, and a pig mask. What the fuck? A pig mask?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
What would you say you do here?
Yeah. Well, that's great. Bye-bye, eBay workers.
Yeah.
You dumb shit motherfuckers. And, yeah.
Have fun not collecting unemployment.
boys.
Yes. Seriously. Enjoy your time in prison for sending a fucking pig mask, spiders and cockroaches, you dumb shits. That we say, go fuck yourself. All right. So this one's a very uplifting story. I really like this. And you guys are going to know why, because we are the GFY Social Club, hashtag GFY Social Club, hashtag join the club. This is a great story to end with on our news segment, I think. Craig, did you know that a Michigan brewery makes beer and delivers it via seaplane?
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. I'm assuming this is in the Upper Peninsula of...
Yeah. They deliver beer via seaplane.
It's, I mean... Can we get them to deliver us some beer? via seaplane, that would be fantastic.
With all the crap going on, I mean, what a time to be alive if you're up there.
Do you think they land, or they just drop it out with like boxes with little parachutes on it?
Oh, dude, like they do the food drops.
Yeah.
In the when we're helping out the other countries and stuff like that.
Right.
The impoverished countries. Oh, dude, that's actually not bad. Well, I don't know though. That shakes the beer up. That shakes the beer. Unless they got the umbrella, the parachute. You know,
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it has a little parachute on it. And just
the whole food drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, here's the story. Anyways, this is from UPI. A Northern Michigan beer company has enlisted the help of a seaplane to make 6 special deliveries to families on waterfront properties. Unbelievable.
So a bunch of Richies are getting their beer and seaplanes.
His name is Steve Smith, aka Aqua Bear. What? He took off in a seaplane Saturday morning with Joe Short, owner and founder of Short's Brewing Company, to deliver 6 crates of beer to waterfront properties in Antrim County. The Elk Rapids-based brewery offered a limited run of seaplane deliveries online, and the slots quickly sold out. Now it's like fucking Favor, but with a seaplane.
Yeah.
And to these lakefront communities where up there in Michigan, I mean, they're locked down.
Well, the Upper Peninsula, man, that's like Alaska. It might as well be.
Absolutely. But that's fucking genius, man. Smith and Short met at a fundraising event in 2018, teamed up to film a water skiing promo later that year. Short said that Smith pitched him the idea. He pitched him the idea of using the plane to bolster the brewery's delivery service, which began in March amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, what was everybody doing during fucking during COVID-19, the lockdowns?
Yeah.
Drinking their fucking face off. Mm-hmm. I know we partook in that as well.
Wow, yeah. I don't know that, but
well, I mean, that's how I ended up gaining almost as much weight as we have followers. By the way, we're at almost 300 followers right now, which
I think
great.
we probably at this point we got to be at 300.
Yeah, after tonight's episode.
I mean, I reached out to you guys. I said 500, and we didn't get there, but that could have been to the amount I was drinking when I said that. So that might have been a drunken pipe dream, but
yes. Maybe by Sunday we can get to 500. We'll push for it. You know what? All we need is a genius idea like this. Well, anyways, so he likes to get his airplane out, fly it around, and have fun bouncing around the lake. Short told the Traverse City Record Eagle. I heard Traverse City's actually really nice.
I actually have a friend who lives in Traverse City. He's my old GM at a restaurant I used to work at. Shout out Bobby Labby. He runs. He's a GMing at a restaurant out there. Maybe I'll send him a message about this and see what's
about the seaplane
delivery.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's like, I was like, all right, cool, let's put it together. The pair's Saturday outing made an impression on the customers so much that they said, this is a highlight of our summer. Absolutely. One of the recipients said.
I think not dying of COVID would be the highlight of mine. But
yes,
air delivered beer could certainly be in the top 3.
Yes.
Or not being hospitalized by a racist deer. That would be probably 1A, 1B with not dying of COVID.
So the pair's Saturday outing made an impression on the customers. This is a highlight of our summer, absolutely. To see a seaplane come in right to your front doorstep and deliver beer and hop off, I mean, it was just phenomenal.
You must have had to order a shitload, though, because they're not doing that for like a 6-pack, right?
No.
Like, you must have had to order like...
If he is, dude, that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is service and a half.
Well, if he is, that 6-pack probably costs $1,500.
Yes. Well, to that, I say, Mr. Short, with the Michigan Seaplane Beer Delivery Service, I say, go fuck yourself in the best way.
Cheers to you, sir.
Absolutely. You know what? I like hearing stories like that because after the mood I was in, that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there is still good in the world. And like the story we had last on Sunday or on Monday rather, that you was telling about the 2 guys from Maine. That was great. People need to understand that like this country is still good, no matter what you think about it. It could be much worse.
It could be much better.
It could be,
but it's still a pretty awesome place to live.
It is. And I know you sent me over the story you want to do for our segment. We're going to make a regular. This is going to be our regular Thursday segment because Craig is a history buff, as we said last week.
But only because I can't do math. That's it. That's really the only reason.
Suck at math. You really do. Mm-hmm. And I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
But with that said, I would like to say that even though things might be rough right now, looking at this story, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. So with that said, you know what that means. It's time for this week's segment of Craig Does History. That's right. All right, Craig. On this day in the year of our Lord,
1815, June 18th, 1815. That was the Battle of Waterloo.
The Battle of Waterloo.
Which, as you might know, is the final defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte. Man, close to my heart, because he's also a short, little angry dude.
Hence the Napoleon complex phrase. That's where that comes from.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Battle of Waterloo. Napoleon, one of the most brilliant military minds of all time, was pretty hell-bent on taking over the world, and then he ran into the 7th Coalition.
Yep.
And they basically just handed him his ass. He wasn't supposed to lose this. One of the most brilliant naval military minds of all time, but this one was it went down on some land.
So this was a full-on battle, like an actual war.
Yeah.
See, I don't know too much about like world history as much as more American history. So how was this such a monumental deal? Because I mean, I saw the article.
He had basically just torched everyone he had fought up until this point.
Okay. So he was basically was he a tyrant? What's his deal?
It depends on who you ask. I mean, some French people say he was a patriot. He was trying to expand France's rule. And then, obviously the people he was beating would say he was a military dictator. Mm-hmm. But most of his battles have been won at sea. He was an amazing naval military mind. This was pretty steadfast, despite the name. It was on land, and he just ran up against a coalition. It was kind of like a Mighty Ducks situation, like a ragtag group of misfits got together, and they stomped the shit out of him, and then he was exiled to Elba.
Okay.
Where he died, but he was actually he was actually poisoned when he was on the island. And I've heard, and I don't know if this is true. Feel free to hit me up because I'm probably fucking this all up. Poison licorice. I think they poisoned him with arsenic over a period of time until he died.
He was fond of the licorice, and then they found his weakness, and then they tried to poison him.
But I believe it was. He had taken down some of the French noblemen and the monarchy, and just was like, "Well, this is my country now."
Right.
And then he was just going around kicking the shit out of people, taking over places, and then this was his last stand. Mm-hmm. And like I said, very Mighty Ducks-esque situation, or Little Giants, if you will. They came in, weren't supposed to win.
Yep.
A scrappy ragtag group of nobodies made up of, I think it was Prussia and Nassau and a few other smaller countries got together, and they just they overwhelmed his forces, and he got his ass handed to him.
Finally got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That doesn't sound so bad, I guess. Maybe those little guys with the Napoleon complex, the people, the underdog story.
Yeah.
Whether it was good or bad. See, if you put your mind to something, you can rise up and slay people until eventually you're going to get your ass kicked by a bigger, stronger guy. Like the story of David and Goliath. I mean,
that's a bullshit story. Am I right?
Yeah. Maybe
he hit him he hit him right in the temple with a rock. But he would have snapped him in half before that.
He would have. And I mean, what if he had gotten him in a chokehold?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yes.
So, well, that's a great story, man. I didn't know anything about the Battle of Waterloo. I briefly read over that, and I was like, Craig is going to educate us all tonight. So, that was
and
good.
I probably fucked a bunch of that up, and feel free to let me know what I messed up about that. And also feel free to know that
what I'm doing.
I don't care. This isn't a history podcast.
No.
I just like these stories. So if I get something messed up,
motherfucker!
Exactly.
yeah.
Fucking A, man. Well, thank you, Craig. That was great.
You're welcome.
You know, I really appreciate that. And if any of you out there appreciated that, by all means, let us know. But, yeah, so that's this week's episode or segment of Craig Does History. On this day, on the year of our Lord, I forgot the year again. 1850. That's right. The Battle of Waterloo. Well, thank you, Craig.
You're welcome.
That was great. Awesome. So yeah, Craig. So we got that's awesome, man. We got sports coming up though. Yeah, man. Sports. Yeah.
It'd be so much better if we had actual sports coming.
Actual sports, right?
Like we could just go and watch a baseball game after this or something.
Well, I mean, come on. PGA's back. NASCAR's back.
Yeah, I said sports.
Well, they are starting to come back, and actually, this first one. It should give you a little bit of hope, man. This is actually latest on salary cap talks in training camp. NFL. Actually, I was gonna hold off on that one. I want to do the latest on the potential 2020 season for baseball.
All right, let's do it.
Since let's start out with some baseball because they're fighting back and forth between the players union and the owners. They're just haggling over the amount of games and the prorated salaries and all that bullshit. But suppose this is from MLB Trade Rumors. Under the agreement that the owners and players made in March, Major League Baseball has the ability to implement as a long or short of a regular season as it wants. Now, there are some notable conditions, though, including the league must pay players full prorated salaries. It must act in good faith to play as many games as possible. And the commissioner, the worst commissioner in professional sports, in my personal opinion, Rob Manfred, he would need an approval of 23 of the game's 30 owners. They're just haggling over games right now, like games played and prorated salaries. And there's a potential that we could not see baseball at all this year.
Well, I mean, baseball's done it before, right? They've canceled seasons.
Yeah.
Baseball and hockey are kind of notorious for that.
Yeah, the player strikes and everything like that. Well, I saw something today which is actually kind of nice. That they agree. They're close to an agreement, I guess, on a 60-game season. With full prorated salaries.
I would love that.
Yeah, because
we talked about this last time. Just a shorter season would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, a 60-game season is kind of like the playoff push.
Yeah.
You're essentially looking at the trade deadline on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now there wouldn't be a trade deadline, from what I understand, but. You wouldn't need one.
Right.
Yeah. And then with expanded playoffs, I mean, everybody's going to be kind of in the running.
Yeah.
You could end up seeing like a really terrible team end up with shots at getting into the expanded playoffs. So it could make some things really, really interesting. But the whole thing started because of the whole COVID thing, and we know that, right?
Right.
This was a fucking story. We all know this guy, Anthony Fauci, Dr. Fauci, right?
You're not a doctor. You're a big, fat, curly-headed fuck.
Well, he's a little headed,
bald,
curly.
Yeah. But he is a fuck. Well, Fauci said that he would avoid late October baseball. Okay, what is baseball if you don't have October fucking playoff baseball? You know, he said this, and this is from MLB Trade Rumors as well. Fauci emphasized that he wasn't able to offer any certainties, saying that this virus is one thing that keeps fooling us. There's obviously still quite a lot of science to be done on COVID-19. They have been wrong about almost everything.
Well, but I'm actually happy about it because the guy finally came out and said, we don't know, which is kind of what I've been wanting. Like, nobody knows. There's just not enough. It seems like there's not enough data for anyone to say anything definitive about it. And so actually, I kind of like the guy for saying that.
Yeah. Trying to be transparent.
Well, and it's better than every 4 weeks. Like, all those things we told you 4 weeks ago. Disregard all of those.
Sure.
But people want sports, and if you don't want to allow people in the stadium, I get that. But as long as people can watch it on TV, I think they'd be happy. And hey, here's the thing: if any of these guys get COVID and it actually affects them, well, they're all millionaires.
Right.
So, you know, and they don't have to play. They have to agree to this too. I'm sure they have to consent to play. If any of them are so scared that they don't want to play because they think they're going to get sick, then they don't have to.
Right. And that's part of the agreement, I guess, that they're working on. And I don't think you're going to see a lot of big time players play. Personally, it's going to be almost like a replacement player situation.
Yeah. Well, and those guys, you know, they don't need to. They're all set with money for the rest. I mean,
absolutely.
Well, I mean, they should be, but yeah, it's just. I mean, but here's the thing: are we just going to completely shut everything down for 2 years until we have a vaccine?
You can't do that. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
No sports. Yeah, I mean, I love that the NBA is like trying to make an concerted effort to get their games in this year. I know hockey's still haggling around right now.
And I'm not a fan of basketball, but I love what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
That's only going to help the game. You know, it really is. And now I know that supposedly Kyrie Irving is like the vice president of the Players Association.
I did not know that.
He's like fighting back and forth now with the owners and everything like that, saying no, you know what, we don't want to play. I think there's a whole bunch of crap that's going to be coming down on that. But I like that the NBA is actively trying to get their season in.
Yeah,
you know, even if it's just a shortened season, whatever, they're still trying to get sports out there.
You know what I think's really funny though, because a lot of these people that I see that are so against anything happening, like people can't go back to work, you can't do this, you can't, you know, we basically just need to quarantine again for another year and a half. A lot of them super pumped that the NBA's coming.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, they don't want to go out, but they don't mind, you know, their athletes going out.
Yeah.
Obviously unprecedented times. No one really knows what's going on right now.
Right.
And everyone said it, just listen to Fauci. Just listen to Fauci and whatever they say. But it's hard to do that when the data changes every couple weeks.
Day. Yeah.
And I am happy that he just came out and said, we don't really know. It keeps fooling us. And that, you know, I think if they had done that from the beginning, people would be more on board with this.
Yeah, sure.
But, you know, there was everything when it first happened was definitive. You have to do this. You have to do this.
Yep.
And then, oh, well, that shit's all wrong now.
Yep. Yeah, it's been stupid with the just the conflicting stories all the time.
You know, how many 30 million people out of work, and probably half of those are all service industry people, and half of those aren't going to have jobs because a lot of these places are going under.
Well,
so
I mean, look at did China have to shut down all their sports?
Well, but you know? I wouldn't listen to China, you know. Like
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I bottom line is I just want to see baseball back, even if it's just for 60 games. Let's get that in this year, man.
Yeah.
Let's get it in, man. I mean, they're already playing over in Korea. I know they are. They're playing that on.
Yeah. Well, because I have some friends who are pretty degenerate gamblers.
Yes.
And they've been betting on Korean baseball.
Oh, how low we have sunk.
I know some guys that were betting on cornhole.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I mean, just do one for the degenerate gamblers. They need some sports back.
Absolutely. I agree. Well, I know you're going to love this next story because I do love this story. Yeah, because I know you're a Patriots fan at heart, even though you say you're a fucking Giants fan.
Nope, not even a little.
Man, this is just, I am a diehard Pats fan. And I got to tell you, this story just made me fucking laugh hysterically because Patriots fans are smug assholes. Yeah, we are. We take pride in that.
That's New England fans in general.
Yes.
And I am a New England fan of every team except for the Patriots. So I get it. I get this.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Buckner got run out of town in '86.
He did.
He had to die before they were like, nah, he wasn't that bad of a guy, you know. Yeah, he had that one bad game, but yeah, you know, if you want to spread some of his ashes like 12 blocks from Fenway, we would allow that.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. I mean, it's true. We are smug assholes. And this next story just proves it. Now, I printed that out and I showed you the label itself.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, all right. So
we'll post the picture of the label on the Facebook page.
Absolutely. And you guys,
it's fantastic.
If you guys are fans of just things that are just stupidly petty and ridiculous, but still funny, you're going to love this. All right. So a brewery based in Rhode Island, Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
I lived in Pawtucket for a short time.
I lived in West Warwick, Rhode Island.
Yikes. 2 dumps. But this brewery in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, it's called Smug Brewing Company. I don't think I've ever had their beers, but
I have not. I know I haven't.
The headline here is Brewery Trolls Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski with a clever beer name. Okay. Oh man, out fucking standing. I love this already. So, New England Patriots fans. This is the story here, and this is actually on Twitter too. New England Patriots fans upset with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski for joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may have a new go-to beer this season. The Smug Brewing Company, a brewery based in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, introduced a new beer. Okay, you ready for this? It's called Traitor-Ade.
Fuck you.
Yep, and it's in honor of the ex-Patriots stars. The beer is described as an imperial fruit sour with sea salt. And the packaging, which we're going to put up a
salty
picture of.
Salty and sour. That describes every New England Patriots fan I've ever met.
That is correct.
The beer is this. The packaging includes a clever play off the Buccaneers throwback Bucko Bruce logo. Now, like I said, we're going to put this up. This is from. Where is it? Okay, so this beer. Just remember, what is it? Okay, this is from their Twitter. It says, "New beer alert. I know some people will be a little upset about this beer. Just remember, it is just a joke. We love our 2 former Patriots players."
They don't, though.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Yeah. That being said, we have a unique brew for you. It is an imperial fruit sour with Florida key limes and a dash of sea salt. This beer reminds me of getting old and having to retire in Florida. Yeah, so well played. You think, and this says here, we likely can expect plenty of other New England-based breweries to follow suit.
Oh, yes, absolutely, 1,000% that'll happen.
Actually, you know what?
Oh man,
go ahead, man.
I just New England fans, and I've been guilty of this with other teams. Obviously, I don't care about the Patriots, but it's so fun because Tom Brady. I'm not a Pats fan, but if you say the guy's not the greatest football player of all time, you're a fucking moron.
Exactly.
He's won 6 Super Bowls, played in 9. All right.
Yep.
He turned a franchise that was a joke almost the entire time they've been a franchise. I mean, they made 2 Super Bowls without Brady, lost both of them, one very badly, one pretty badly. He comes around and turns them into arguably the greatest sports franchise of all time.
Yes!
And he, in his 40s, he's like, you know what? I want to try to go win one without Bill Belichick.
Yep.
And I think Belichick wanted him to go too because he wanted to try to win one without Brady because they're so interlinked.
They're trying to establish each other's legacy.
The guy gave you 15 to 20 years of amazing football, and they're like, oh fuck him! Fuck that guy. it's. And they'll probably at some point, and maybe right after he dies, or at least 10 years after he retires, he'll come back to a Patriots game and he'll walk out and he'll wave, and everyone a bunch of old timers will be there, they'll cry, and then they'll take him back. But
he'll sign the one day contract, come back, retire.
But oh my, if they win a Super Bowl, if he wins a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, it's gonna be man.
That might cause a riot.
As a Giants fan, I know how salty Pats fans get when they lose in a Super Bowl. It's especially twice to the same guy. Eli Manning. That's because I've been a Giants fan my whole life and never talk shit about the Patriots. And Patriots never talked shit about the Giants because they never could. And then when they started getting good, all my friends started talking shit. And then my team beat their team twice in the Super Bowl. And I like to bring that up. And they're like, "Yeah, you're living in the past." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." They never have to win another game in the rest of my life, and I can still bring that up, and it'll piss you guys off. So I really don't care.
That is correct.
Yeah, I don't like. I remember seeing that first Super Bowl, the David Tyreek. Oh, that I was watching. I'm trying to be in a good mood right now.
I was watching that actually in West Warwick, Rhode Island, in a house full of Patriots fans. Only Giants fan there, and one of the best moments of my life.
Oh man, I can't even imagine the amount of gloating.
Well, here's the thing, because that was the year they were 18-0 going into that game.
Yeah, it was going to be the perfect season.
Yeah,
I know.
And I must have got at least 20 phone calls before that game. People like, get ready, get your tissues out.
Yeah.
And I made one phone call after that game to my friend Greg May. I've talked about him on this podcast before. Shout out to my buddy Greg May. And he actually answered the phone. I could tell he was in tears. Mm-hmm. But he answered the phone. He just said, good game.
Yep.
And I didn't even have any because it was such a class move on his part.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, I'll call you tomorrow and we'll talk. And I hung up the phone.
See, that's how I felt about the Philly Super Bowl, where we just lost to Philly with Nick Foles. Everybody was like, "Oh, the fucking Pats fans are going to be salty." I mean, there were some that were salty, especially since Malcolm Butler didn't play.
When you're a fan of a team and you lose, you're going to be upset,
But at the same time, I was sitting there, I was like, "Dude, fucking Philly!" And I know you hate Philly because you're a Giants fan, but dude, Philly played their asses off. They played like they wanted it.
The first Super Bowl against Philly, I hate Terrell Owens. He's a douchebag. But that was one of the greatest performances in Super Bowl history. Mm-hmm. I think he had 150-something yards with 3 screws in his ankle. They basically screwed his ankle back on.
Essentially.
Almost all the Pats, I really can't think of one bad. I mean, I guess the last one where they beat, who the fuck they beat?
The last Super Bowl? The Rams.
When it was 9
13-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a low-scoring game, but if you like good defensive games, that was a great game.
That was a great game.
The Pats haven't played in a bad Super Bowl. I mean, the first 3 were all field goals.
Yep.
The one against the Giants, I mean, that was both against the Giants were great games to watch.
Yep. Big catches, big plays.
Yeah, the Atlanta game, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That was the one time I started getting a little salty with some Pats fans at halftime. And that was amazing.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Philly game. It was like so you just fucking. That is funny, and I get what the brewery's trying to do, but I know there's a lot of Pats fans who are who are really stoked about that, and it's just fucking chill out,
Yep.
You're never gonna see another run like that again.
No.
So just enjoy it.
Yeah. And I did, and I don't think
I know you did. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
I know you did.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people out there that are just super pissed.
Yeah. We are. I mean, personally, I know I wasn't really mad about Brady. I mean, it was disappointing to see him go, but I was really pissed about Gronk. Yeah, Gronk was the one that really got on my nerves.
Well, he's a fucking meathead anyway.
Well, he retired because it's okay, he doesn't want to play anymore. But then the second that Brady goes to Tampa, he's like, oh, I want to play again.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, fuck you.
I don't get it. He was doing so good in the WWE. He was so convincing.
Oh, don't even get me started on that one.
He's like every he's like every bully in an 80s movie if they just they had fetal alcohol syndrome and ate steroids from the time they were 6. That's Rob Gronkowski. Football. He's such a fucking
He is not very
meathead.
bright. Yeah, I'm with you.
Tell you what, he ain't no Jeremy Shockey. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he is the greatest tight end to play. I don't care what anybody says, but
that would be Tony Gonzalez.
No, dude, no way.
What? No, come on.
I mean,
don't have to have this
1A.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
You got to look at the production, dude. But whatever, it is what it is. You know what? Maybe I'll see if we can't get some of that that beer for a booze review.
I'm going home in a
There
couple
we
weeks.
go. There we go.
If it's up there, I'll grab it.
Fuck yeah, we'll do. Maybe we'll try to get that on for a booze review, Craig. That'll be fucking outstanding.
Good call.
Hell yeah. I'll have the saltiness of the Smug Brewing Company Traitor-Ade. Oh, well done, Traitor-Ade. That was fucking hilarious. Well done, Smug Brewing Company. That I give you a standing applause. That's right. Sports. So that was our sports. That's our sports segment. Sports. Yes. So Craig, that's about it, man. What do you got for plans this weekend?
I got a big fun weekend coming up. I'm going.
Fuck yes.
Going, our friend James Kerrigan, who will be a guest on the podcast on Monday.
Yes.
We're going away this weekend.
Jimmy
He's
Kerrigan.
leaving to go to China for some reason. And so, like...
Kerrigan!
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole.
What are you doing?
That's what he's going to sound like when he comes back. We rented the Airbnb. Me and Kerrigan, Ben Smith, Aaron Cerruti, Marty Clark, and Martin Henn. We're all going to go out and...
fucking comedy. Oof.
Yeah, it's we got our own wolf pack. We're going up in the woods. We're gonna have some drinks, hang out for the night, and send him off in good style. And then he's gonna directly after that, he's gonna come over here and be on the podcast. So.
Awesome. That'll be fun, man.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm pretty excited because comedy's starting to come back. Comedy's starting to come back. A couple nights ago, I was down in San Antonio.
Hell yeah, how was that? I love San Antonio. San Antonio's shit.
Oh yeah. It's a fucking cool ass city. It was really cool, man. A lot of really good dudes down there. A few good comics that I saw. And went down with a buddy of mine, Josh Castro, from here in Austin.
Shout out Josh Castro.
Yeah, what's up, Castro? It was fun, man. We had a lot of fun down there. A few decent sets. It's gonna take some time. Clearly, because we're all coming off this fucking being locked out.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, those Zoom comedy shows, they just don't do it. You need to feed off that crowd. But I'm glad to see it coming back. I just, and it's coming back. I mean, Colleen has some stage time. San Antonio stage time. Houston, Dallas, they all have stage time.
Yep.
Except for fucking Austin.
Well,
right?
We got our friends, the Mug Rages, are starting to bring back some mics. Or a mic.
Yes.
Which I think here it just no one wanted to be the first one.
No.
So I'm really happy they're stepping up and they're going to do it.
Yep.
That's awesome. And I don't know the information about the mic, or I'd shout it out here. But if anyone listening is a comic, I'm sure your friends with Amy or Shannon, just message them. They'll tell you what's going on with it. It's going to be not this coming Wednesday, but I think the next Wednesday, and it's downtown off 6th Street. I think is the one they're doing.
Yep.
Not positive, but they have all the information. But yeah, show out, turn up, and if there's a good turn up and people see, then other stuff will start to happen, and we can open up other things. And that was the best thing about Austin is you could do stand up every single night if you wanted to.
Absolutely,
sometimes multiple times.
And we need that stage time. That's the only way you can get.
Let's get back to that.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. Well, fucking A, man, that was cool. And like you said, man, hey, we're almost at we're at 300 likes. We're at just over 300 likes.
Hell yeah.
We just checked it a few minutes ago. Yeah, we're over 300 likes. This is fucking great, man.
Yeah.
We're getting there. It's slowly. We're getting some traction, guys. So, give us a like, give us a follow, whatever.
Give us a listen.
Yeah, just give us a listen.
You're going to just listen to it too. You might love it.
Absolutely. You might. Or you might hate it, but whatever.
Or you might hate it, and listen to it, and then report us for shit.
Exactly.
Just listen. Just listen to it.
I 100%. Well, Craig, that's our show, man.
That's the show.
That's the show, dude. Again, like we say every episode, if you enjoyed your time here in the club today, like we said, give us a fucking listen. It'd be cool if you hit that little thumbs up, hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe. We are on social media, as we said, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You can find us at the GFY Social Club twice a week, Monday nights, Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hashtag join the club.
Hashtag join the club. That's right. You can hear us on YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, several other podcast outlets. We thank you for listening. We'll see you back here on Monday night at 7. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.